Hello everybody, it's your favorite massage therapist, Louis Ramos, and today I am here with my friend
Jackie Xu, Dr. Jackie Xu.
Jackie Xu, and today we're going to be learning about acupuncture. So, how are you today?
Awesome.
Good. So, tell us a little bit about acupuncture.
Acupuncture is a modality that you use a needle and puncture into a person's body to achieve healing. And it's at least 5,000 years old, and it originated in China. Yeah, and it's very effective on many conditions. For example, it's very good for headache, sinus congestion. It helps with digestion, bloating, constipation, pain. Some of my favorite is sciatica, low back pain, musculoskeletal pain, tightness in the body, and it regulates menstrual cycle, and it's even being used in surgeries in China, and also in battlefield. There's a modality called battlefield needles that are being used when anesthesia is not available in combat.
All right, that's really cool. How did you get into acupuncture?
I was diagnosed with several conditions that I was being put on medication, and the medication didn't work on me, and it added many side effects that my body really couldn't handle. So I started researching, trying different healing methods, and I went to acupuncture, and I changed my diet. 6 months later, my conditions were reversed.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good job. I've always had clients ask me about acupuncture, and since I've never really had it done, I never felt comfortable telling people, oh, do it, because I never want to tell someone something without me actually doing it. So I was very excited that I'm able to sit down and talk to you. So just so everyone can learn a little bit more about acupuncture, some of the benefits of it, and the needles. So what are the difference between an acupuncture needle and a regular needle that like a doctor would use in the office?
An acupuncture needle is very fine. The radius is way smaller than a regular needle that people get flu shots from, and it's almost like as thin as a piece of hair. And it's the needles that I use in my acupuncture practice are sterile, and it's one-time use, are disposable. I don't ever reuse my needles. I actually have a picture I can show you if you want.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of what different sizes are, like between a matchstick, a toothpick, and I'll send that to you.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So we want to see the needles.
Okay.
So these are really cool.
So it's sealed. So it's individually sealed, and so now when you opened it, it's just it contains one single needle for one single use, and after it's been used, it gets disposed of. So would you like to try it on you? Okay, I'm going to do it on here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a very common acupuncture point.
I didn't even feel that.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
You didn't feel it at all?
I honestly didn't even feel that needle.
Congratulations.
And I know that for massages, that's also the pressure point for pain.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
It's very common, right?
Oh, that's nice. I honestly didn't even feel that. So how long is an acupuncture session normally?
It ranges from 30 minutes to, for me, the way I treat my patients is the actual session is between 30 minutes and 50 minutes. Some people have to come back for multiple sessions in a week, depending on what the conditions is. If it is like 3 times a week, then it generally is 30 minutes for 3 times, and sometimes people come once a week, once every 2 weeks. That is normally 50 minutes a session.
Okay. Yeah. And how long would you normally leave the needle in for?
At least 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah.
And as the needle's there, like, what is it doing? Is it, I was doing research, and the meridian points, it's opening the energy flow.
It stimulate the circulatory system. So it's almost like it's like when we put in the needle there, it's like, hey, your energy of the body, please come here, and then it will just float along the meridian in like a cycle or 2 cycle or 3 cycle, depending on how long the needles is in there.
Yeah, okay. And are there different kinds of acupuncture? Is it just?
Yep.
Because is there any other different kinds?
There's Chinese acupuncture, there's Japanese acupuncture, and there's Korean acupuncture. So basically, it originated in China, and then the people just started migrating and bringing it to different countries. That's how it originated.
Is there a big difference between the three?
I can't really tell the difference because I am trained in traditional Chinese medicine mostly, and some classical Chinese medicine. So, and I'm not trained in Japanese acupuncture or Korean acupuncture. So, and I am trained I have some knowledge of Korean 4 points and all that, but I'm not thoroughly trained in Korean acupuncture, and I have some knowledge of Japanese, that their needles are more fine, and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, but this is honestly cool.
And you're not supposed to move
when
the needles are in. So because if the needles are in your muscles that are achy or that are contracting because they're very tight and we need to loosen it, sometimes when the person moves the muscle, it could grab onto the needle. So when the needles are in, the person is not supposed to move.
So, what do you mean grab onto the needle?
Like, if the person moves a certain body part, right, where the needle is in, when to move the body part, the muscle has to contract for the muscle to move, right? So if the muscle contract, it could grab onto the needle, and it's just kind of counterproductive to what the needle is supposed to do. Yeah.
Well, this was awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you ready to get pulled out?
Yeah, let's see how it feels.
Okay.
Nothing. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't feel that.
Okay.
Well, so there is also a thing that I know that you do called access bar.
Yeah, there are 32 points on the head that I teach people how to touch them, and when we do it on a person, let's say if I do it on you, right, it relaxes the whole body. The 32 points are basically acupuncture points, but we don't move. There's no needles. It's just light touch. There's no effort, no force, and the person gets really relaxed, and it erases the old, outdated pattern and beliefs that the person held on to for their entire life, and it just kind of create a huge space for them to truly show up as who they are, and not so much what the society teach them they're supposed to be. What if we let go of that? Can you imagine how creative that person is to be truly themselves and to fully live their life?
Yeah, because in society you're told you have to do this way. Right. You have to do it that way. You can't dress like this. Yeah. You can't wear that. And so it's actually very interesting. And you do a workshop on that, right?
Yeah, it's a 1-day workshop. So we practice giving twice and receiving twice. So, and then you get a manual and you get a chart on where these 32 points are. And then in addition to that, we learned several other life tools on how to deal with like hardship, problem, issues that show up on a daily basis.
When do you do those classes or workshops?
I schedule them like sporadically or based on request. And I'm planning to schedule one in October. So, and then if people just request and my calendar is free, I can schedule it.
Let everyone know where they can find you.
Okay, they can reach me at www.drjackeeshu.com or 914-341-2993.
Do you have an office space?
I do see patients near Jersey City, and it's by appointment only.
And social media?
Social media is dr.jackieshu on Instagram, and Facebook is the same. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for this
you.
interview. All right. Well, everyone, enjoy your day, and that was acupuncture.